Hello friends, welcome. I do apologise. This is going to be a bit of a look at what I picked up today at Scale Model World 2024, the Sunday of the show. So all the bargains have gone on the Saturday. You're a bit higher than normal, by the way. But yes, I was just trying to record a voiceover for the photos. Unfortunately, something seems to be going awry on here and it just won't let me do the voiceover. So whether I have to save it first I might try saving it first as a video clip and then do the voiceover on that. If that works, then you'll get a voiceover. If not, then I'm afraid it will just be pictures on a silence slideshow because, you know, YouTube and music. Anyway, what did I think of the show? The show was amazing. The show was amazing, as it always is. What did I get? Well, I actually kicked off the proceedings very sensibly. Very, very sensibly. With just a couple of paint masks here from Edward, which is for the Mosquito and Bomber from the Tamiya kit in 72 scale, and very hopefully for the FB6 in 124 scale. As that is an aeroplane, a model I'd like to get one day. Okay, so starting off sensibly, and this is where it gets worse. So, looking around for a Mosquito, I don't find that, but something I had said I wanted to get was a ship. And you've just seen a little glimpse of it. Pause and try and see it. And for those who know, I have the Imperial Japanese Navy battleship Yamato up there in the loft. I've been putting it off because I want to do something else first. And I've also got the Prince of Wales. Which was a gift from my grandparents, and again, want to wait till I've done something else. So I think I found something else. Imperial Japanese Navy Heavy Cruiser Megami. Another Tamiya kit. The price was ridiculously cheap on this one. 108. It should be 145. I mean, I've seen these online going much higher than that, in the 200 to 300 range. Now, if you know better than this, than what I've seen it for online, then, and you know, I'm obviously looking in the wrong places, but it's just when I've gone looking for them, that's what I found them for. So when I saw this one away, I was like, I'm having that. I'm having that. Really cool, with triple turret design here at the front with another two at the back. Used these in quite a few games, including World of Warships, that sort of thing. So Master Pacific. So yeah, very cool to actually have a model of it. This one has can be assembled as a full model with display under waterline, has photo etched parts. 6 aircraft are included on it, and anchor chain and propeller shafts are made with metal parts as well. So yeah, it's got a bit of extra in there. Now I'm not going to open the box and do all that thing. Just going to show you some of this cool artwork on the side. How about that? Showing your painting options there, or how it should be painted. Nice simple scheme, but yes, I'm going to revive the I Look At series to look at these because they deserve proper in-depth videos with proper research. Okay, so what was next? Well, I'll cut to the chase, folks. There is no Mosquito in any scale, shape or form. However, I did spot this next and I was just like, I can't not. This, the 48 scale dual combo, it's one of the Edward limited edition dual combos. And there we are. Spitfire Story, Malta. I mean, anyone who knows me knows grandfather's from Malta. It's a place that's very dear that I've never been, and the kit has 2 Spitfires in it, both in 48 scale, and a choice of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for one of them. Oh yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the other one. There are 2 different marks in here. So there's a Mark 5B and a Mark 5C in there. I've already picked out one of the ones I'm going to do, which is, it's actually on the cover. There's this one here, EP706. This is the aircraft flown by George Burling, the Canadian ace. I just recently listened to the audiobook that he sort of co-wrote while he was in hospital recuperating from the Liberator crash at Gibraltar. So yeah, got to do that one. And then it gives you names for all the pilots of the other ones as well. So there's Dennis Barnum, Gerald A. Smith, Roderick I.A. Smith, John A. Plagius, John W. Yarra, Peter B. Hanks, Evan D. Mackey, squadron leader was throwing me off there, Virgil P. Brennan on the choices of the other ones, and then you've got Robert W. McNair, Claude Weaver III, George Burling, or George F. Burling, John J. Lynch, John R. Irwin Mann, Frank A. Hill, and there's two for him on that one, but yeah, had to. When you break the price of this kit down, it's £20 per Spitfire, which for a 48 scale is pretty good, I think, in any case. So yeah. Okay. Now, for those who don't know, some of you might, I am a member of the Asian Air Arm Special Interest Group. So one of the things I've been seeing over the months leading up to Scale Model World was the call for stuff to be put on a show, want to know numbers, and because I model mostly Second World War items, obviously the first two items we've both seen are both Second World War, or we've seen a Second War, I've got very little that's actually of use, especially when it comes to Japan. It's all zeros, nearly all zeros, and it's just like, yeah, not got a lot to offer. So I was looking for something that would fit that, and I actually found two things. But anyway, for the warship, we've got IJ in grey, and this is a dull red, but I think that'll work nicely for the whole the whole colour. So, and that was recommended to me by, I spoke to the chap who was on the Ships, Submarines and Naval Air Power Special Interest Group stand. I picked his card up there so I could get the details there. And he just said, yeah, Brassicadnum, build the hull, turn it upside down, mask off the grey area, spray the red first. Then once that's dry, mask all the red off, turn it over, spray the grey. And then build it up in layers, don't start at the front and work backwards. Do it each level. And try and build the components into as big a piece as possible and just whack them with a spray can. Well, I suppose whack them with a spray would be more conducive to success there, but yeah, so it should be a nice simple build one. Anyway, so the first thing I found was actually a second-hand item. So this Hasegawa Fuji T1A, and this is actually the first trainer built in Japan, homegrown one after the Second World War, and it replaced the T6, North American T6 Harvard in service. So yeah, so that fits the Asian Air Arm SIG because it's Japan post-war. Other things can be pre, but Japan is post because there's a separate group for that. So it's got this weird dust on it. Yeah, so it's quite an old kit, that one. But very cool still, very cool. And then just as I was lining up to buy that in the paint, someone else had brought one of these. And I immediately spotted there's a Japanese one there. Now that's where you get a poor choice of colour if it's going red here. There's a bit of sellotape off the other one. Yeah, the red colour here, poor choice of colour. But yes, there is a Japanese one. Also, this one's Norwegian, I believe. Yeah, Flying Jokers, aerobatic team with the 332 Squadron, Royal Norwegian Air Force. But I'm interested in Ski B, which is the one flown by the Japanese there. So that one, 48 scale, North American Sabres. I've heard good things about this kit. I've heard really good things about this kit. I know that Tony's got one of these, so we'll have to see how we both get on with it. And I did then go and pick up, because it's just sensible to, in my opinion, the paint mask for that. So that is what I got. I won't say it's all I got, because it is quite a lot. I mean, there's, what, 4 aeroplanes and a warship there, and one 350 scale warship at that. By the way, the Spitfires come with paint masks and everything as well. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do a look at series again with those kits, so you'll be able to see all what's inside of them and what you get with them. Obviously, those are not reviews. Bear in mind, they're not reviews. They're just a look at, see what you get in the kit. So yeah, right. Hopefully, I'll be able to do the voiceover, and you're going to get a voiceover next. If not, then enjoy the side show. Maybe put your own music on or something. Alright, well, till next time, take care, stay safe and be well, and I'll see you in another video, stream, or what have you. Okay, goodbye. Well, greetings. So let's give this a go. So here we have the start of the photos with an Achilles and a Sherman in 60th scale, I believe those were. And then we have a Felix under attack from a German seaplane. Really nice false perspective there, slightly smaller Felix though. I like this. Fritz and Tommy sharing a drink. That's nice, that is. It's a nice First World War German aircraft. I believe they're all from the same pilot. Then a setup showing 75 years of NATO, which was celebrating that, which was pretty cool. So various bomber aircraft there. See a Sky Warrior, a B-52. There's a F-101 Voodoo and F-105 Thunder Chief there. The B-52 there with its cruise missile complement. Now these warships, I will admit, there's obviously some stands there, some labels you can see. I'm not completely okay with these ones, but there we go. 2 F-104Gs, G for Germany. Sea Harrier as well, a Buccaneer and another Harrier. Obviously just good representations of all the types that have been operated by NATO over the years. The famous Los Angeles class there, I managed to see that one. There's a boomer there. I love this Berlin Brigade VW Beetle. Thought that was really, really cool. A Lightning and a Domini. I remember seeing Dominis flying in and out of Waddington. Javelin there, and an F4 Phantom with Chieftain, Challenger behind. An F-16. A couple of Alpha Jets here. I believe they're both Alpha Jets. Moving on to the next time, we've got Millennium Falcon showing up with a P-38 and the F-16 there. A very cool Fairy Delta in pink. Battle of France represented, not something you see very often. Especially with a French tank in it. F-8 Crusaders with an A4 Skyhawk in the middle. Always love an F-8. And a beautiful Hawker Hunter 2-seater. Of course, Revell just announced this kit as a kit. This aircraft, my cousin in Canada, her husband's father was involved with that. The real one. A MiG-21's there, in some interesting schemes. A good old Sea Gladiator. We like the Sea Gladiator. And a Val dive bomber. Love the seascape on this U-boat model. And nurse! It's a de Havilland Comet. And a Malta-based Spitfire, which is rather beautiful as well. Always worth 2 pictures, especially when you get a Sky Raider in the second shot. F-105 Thunder Chief and a U-2 spy plane. Obviously, here's some sort of Vietnam diorama. This is a Curtis Commando, I believe, in Japanese colours there, South Defence Force. A New Zealand Corsair and a Boomerang. A Southeast Asia Theatre Spitfire, Griffin Spitfire there, Mark 14. Beautiful. A roof. I love the sea again. That was beautiful. I like this Hittite flying machine. Very, very fun. That one, good idea. I believe the space station from Babylon 5. I think that's what the label said there. Quite interesting. Now we're into the realms of mosquitoes. Now there's been a few copies here, some aircraft repeated. Just I was trying to make sure I photographed all of them, because we can never have too many mosquitoes. 105 Squadrons JGB there, in 48 scale. There's a 72 scale version of that as well. A rather nice wooden model of the Wooden Wonder. This one signed by Mosquito Crew in 72 scale, rather lovely again. Bounce Strike Wing here, anti-shipping, chasing German convoys into the fjords. Yeah, we'll come back to that scheme. Americans obviously used the Mosquito in PR and night fighter roles. Photo reconnaissance and night fighter. BOAC, the airline. Yes, the Mosquito was even an airliner during the war, making flights to Sweden. Of course, we have the prototype here. That's the Revel kit. It's been heavily modified by the maker. And an FB6. Love this one showing different construction. One thing to note about the Mosquito, for a wooden aeroplane, it's got an awful lot of metal in it. Especially the FB6. There we are, 105 Squadrons JGB again. A Mark IV. British photo reconnaissance and night fighter in evidence there. Yes, these ones, they used to take off from India, fly over the Himalayas over what was Burma at the time, and perform strikes on bridges, troop movements, that sort of thing. Basically be a thorough nuisance to the enemy. Some 1 to 144 scale Mosquitoes there. Very, very, very impressive, those. Nice to see the old Airfix one coming out so nicely at 72 scale. And a 24 scale Sea Mosquito. Followed by another Bounce Strike Wing 48 scale job. And another one. Yes, Bounce Strike Wing, very, very cool. And it should be noted that the rocket's elbow on Mosquito was equivalent to the broadside cruiser. And then we have a de Havilland Hornet here. What happened next after the Mozzie? Another FB6. You can see the gun version of the Mosquito is very, very, very popular. Very nice one flying position there with a Heinkel just poking into the background. And a 32 scale Lancaster. Beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm not sure if it's the Hong Kong Models one or the Model Hobbies, but very nicely done. Equally beautiful was this Dakota. I mean, there weren't really any bad ones there. This Dakota was awesome with a Horsa glider. I believe these are both 32 scale as well. Make for interesting. The glider might be 35th actually with the troops. A P-61 Black Widow. Super Marine Spitfire Mark 5. I'm going to have a go at this one this time. And I think there might be a Mark 8. I might not be looking at Mark 8 Spitfire there. Very, very cool. B-25 Mitchell in D-Day markings. And a Western Lysander. A painfully underrepresented model, but hopefully the new Airfix one should bring that change that a bit. A PRU Pink Spitfire for desert operations. And another gorgeous 124 scale Mosquito. Well, actually two. There'll be another one in a minute. So there's a P-47 Thunderbolt. Absolutely beautiful. A F-100 Super Sabre. And we have a random bit of darkness here. Then there's the other 24 scale Mosquito. Both built by the same builder, purposely with different greys. So there's the P-47 Squirt 2 again. Looking beautiful. These are 1/18th scale Zeros. I am very interested and wanting one. This is on the Help for Heroes stand. These are very, very pretty. So, talking of the brand new Western Lysander, here are the sprues they had on display. Looking fantastic. I love the fabric effect. Gonna have to get my greedy mitts on one of these, at least. And there's some built examples there, the two schemes available in the box. So obviously focusing on the non-spy taxi version search, which is really cool. It means there's plenty of things. 48 scale Sea King. I didn't know about this. I heard about the Lysander ahead of time, but a 48 scale Sea King is something quite unexpected for me. And a beautifully reduced model for the look of it. Look at those. They look fantastic. So yes, looking forward to getting one of those, to be honest with you, because it'd be cool to I mean, the Sea King has always been there in my lifetime, so yeah, it'd be really, really cool to do one of those. A welcome addition, I'm sure, for many helicopter modelers. Gloucester Gladiator in Norwegian colours. Those of you who went to Shuttleworth in the early 2000s will be familiar with that scheme. Good to see it. And then A 3-blade Gladiator. Didn't realise they'd done that. Model of the battleship Bismarck. It's like a... Oh yes, this wonderful Avro Lancaster. So I hope you could hear the sound. They actually have Merlin engines I was playing, but that was very good, the way that was at speed up. A Vietnam diorama, which I thought was quite interesting, leading your eye along. 3 gorgeous tornadoes. This was a Tornado Special Interest Group. And the Buccaneer Special Interest Group. A ball cube under attack. I thought that was rather cool. Nicely lit. Actually, amazingly detailed, considering it is just a block. This on the Hong Kong model stand, this gorgeous B-17 in bare metal. And, wow, look at those bargains. £250 for a Grand Slam Lancaster. If it had been a regular one, I'd have been hard pushed not to get it. Another Mosquito, because we can't have too many of those. I thought the weathering on this one was particularly interesting. A pair of Zeros looking for trouble over the Pacific. I hope for their sake that they're looking for trouble in the era of the Wildcat rather than the Hellcat. A Ukrainian Su-27. That paint scheme's just gorgeous. I'm afraid I don't know what this sailing ship is. I didn't know it was a junk or something else. It was very nice though. Lysander getting away just as Fritz attacks. Tries to... And then this is Operation Jericho, the Amiens prison raid. More Japanese aircraft there. Nice selection. This one won a trophy, obviously, of some sort, or award. It was very, very nicely made. A Tiger Cat. I do love the old Tiger Cat. And the Sea Fury, which was rather pretty. I mean, that Side Cat's 48 scale, so I'm assuming the Sea Fury is 32. This was a Hunter tribute, which was really nice. We got a loop there, which was really, really cool. The Red Sparrows. These are actually flapping. I thought I should have taken a video. It's actually quite funny. A Saab. I'm going to get the wrong one. That's a Draken. And I love this. This Modeller's Den. It was amazing. Kochi Castle, which, wow, really beautifully done. The stonework was fantastic there. And a collection of Hurricanes. This was amazing. A Viet Cong tunnel system with the jungle above. The lighting was superb on this. I could have spent a lot more time looking at that. Some B1 Lancers, because they are gorgeous, along with the F111s. Absolutely wonderful there. Beautiful, beautiful builds. Far in advance of anything I can do. But hey, my models, it's been the motto today, has been, as long as it makes the UFOs, I'm happy. So now on to some submarines. And here we have some Soviet-era submarines. And an American one, that's an Ohio class there. With HMS Vanguard. See a Delta 4 in the background. There's the Kursk. I believe it was ill-fated, wasn't it, the Kursk? I think that was... that is USS Enterprise, which is going to be replicated to a photograph, apparently. HMS Hermes, I believe. Janssen class, which I can only assume is Chinese, maybe. HMS Conqueror, obviously famously sunk the General Belgrano, or infamously, depending on your feelings on the event. A Type 21. These are in beautifully small size. I assume this is a 1/350 because this was a 1/350th. Most thing. A Type 212, German U-boat. A Cooler 2. I'm not sure what that one is. People might be able to tell me. It might sound standard. I've got the recording window just over where it is, but I thought the weathering on these was superb and really lifts them as models. HMS Illustrious there, with a complement of Sea Harriers on the deck as well as everything else. And another view of that gorgeous USS Enterprise. I'd like to see work in progress. Really good this chat brought works in progress. King George V there in the middle. Modernised, updated with new radar and Sea King in the back. One of our 2 new carriers with the F-35s on deck. Moving on to the Agent Air Arms SIG. We have an F-35, a DC-3. 2 F-104s. I'm a member of this SIG and I intend to have something on display hopefully within next year. As you saw in the video, an F-15, A beautiful chipmunk of the, I believe that's Royal Thai Air Force, that one. I say again, I've got the recording thing over the top of some of these labels. Yeah, very, very pretty little aeroplanes, some of these little trainers and things. And the schemes they're putting in is fantastic. Now, the Republic of Korean Air Force Golden Eagle display team is just wow. And a Rafael M of the Indian Air Force, or the Indian Navy. I should probably say a Spitfire of the Indian Air Force. Very, very cool to see. And I believe this final table, this is the Bomber Command SIG, who are doing a tribute to 100 Group, Special Operations. So you'll see extra aerials on some of the Lancasters and things. This was to talk to the Germans and mislead night fighters and do all sorts of drops for the SOE and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Fascinating table. I could have spent many hours at this one as well. But unfortunately, we had the 10 minutes till closing just announced as I got there, so I had to sort of give it up pretty quick. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.